This episode and every episode is brought to you by personal injury attorney Mo DeWitt.
Injured on the go?
Just call Mo. He's the king of events. He has always thrown down some of the coolest night outs that Orlandoans can go out and enjoy.
He's got one coming up. It's the funny one.
That's right. It's the 4th annual Just Call Mo Comedy Jam. It's going down October 2nd.
He be jamming. Got some heavy hitters.
We got Sean Finnerty on that show, who's a dear good friend of mine. He's done the Tonight Show. He is so good. He is so funny. You need to go to mocomedyjam.com. I'm a comedian. I'm telling you about a comedy show. So please heed my words. mocomedyjam.com to get tickets to the best comedy show that's happening in the state of Florida, October 2nd.
He told you. You've been warned. Now it's on you. Ball's in your court, Orlando.
And now I'm getting a little aggressive about it.
All right, give him a chance.
Hold me back.
Give him a chance. Okay. Just go on the website, buy the tickets.
mocomedyjam.com. Injured on the go?
Just call Mo.
Let's get it.
Saucy? Here's some good sauce with Ross and Joel.
Oh, yeah, baby.
What's up, baby?
Episode 76, dude. It's coming in real hot.
7-6.
7-6. How you doing? My name is Ross Padgett. I'm in a fantastic mood, and I am going to invite you because I also have some of my favorite people, and hopefully I'm some of their favorite people. I have Joel Warren.
You are.
I have Nico Renato.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah, dude.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. What's the date? September. It's late September. It's about
last day of September.
It's about to be October. It's my favorite time of year. Is it? What is your favorite time of year?
Actually, this rips Oct 1st.
Yeah, this is my favorite time of year. I love spooky season. I love independent, low-budget movies.
Bust out the Uggs.
I love chocolate. I love spooky things. I love a good eye gouge in a 28 Days Later movie. I love fake blood made out of corn syrup. What else? Dude, call me crazy.
I like trying to wear sleeves.
I like pumpkin spice lattes, and you are correct. Trying to wear sleeves, plaid starts to hit, but we're in Florida, so you still get moist.
I said that right before we recorded. I was like, I don't need them, but I'm sleeving.
Yeah. The fall season rips. You know, a good friend of the pod, John Arce, is a born and raised Floridian, and he is 35 years old. He is currently in Ohio for a baby shower.
So skibbity.
Right? And I bring that up because it's his first time in his life that he is experiencing any type of fall.
Real autumn.
He has seen leaves change.
He's stepping on some crunchy leaves right now.
He's going, it's like he's a poet, you know? Like, you know, he's
going full flannel jacket.
He's wearing some turtlenecks.
He's going turtleneck. He told me that he bought apple cider from Amish people, and he asked me if I had ever heard of the Amish. And I was like, yeah, I've heard of the Amish.
Have you heard of the Amish? I don't know if you've tried their cider.
Yeah. The trick is has the Amish heard of us? Chances are no, but they don't.
They're not that into podcasting.
No, I don't
Unless you go acoustic and just like go there and tell them all this stuff.
An Amish podcast is just a conversation.
Yeah. Amish podcast is just what happens in between the two stalls, in between the two outhouses.
It's a short podcast.
Just this past week, Bad Bunny was announced as the Super Bowl halftime show. And I can't tell you how happy it makes me feel that the old whites are going to feel scared.
Can't wait.
You think it's Benito equals finito?
No, I just think grandmas and grandparents across the nation are going to cower in fear. I genuinely think that.
They found the one act that they will understand less than Kendrick Lamar.
That is true. And let me clarify. There is a large portion of this country that once they see Spanish during the halftime show, they will be offended. That's not a hot take. And if you don't know that, breaking news. A lot of people are going to throw a little dumb hissy fit because there's Spanish being done at the halftime show.
If ever there was a sponsorship opportunity for Duolingo.
Opportunities are coming up left and right. And Bad Bunny, if you don't know this, let me give another message to the old whites, right? the biggest artist on the planet.
I was about to say verbatim.
He is the
That's not true.
biggest
He is-
artist on the planet.
No, he's not. He's the second.
Earth.
He is the second biggest artist on the planet. You know that.
Number one being,
Taylor Swift.
sure.
Right now,
I mean,
Bad Bunny right now reminds me of LeBron when he won like back-to-back championships, won the Olympics. Like,
Yeah.
you know, when peak LeBron, that's Bad Bunny right now.
it's going down February 8th, Super Bowl.
Let's go. Who do you guys got in the Super Bowl? We're a quarter into the season right now.
Not my fantasy team.
I will
Give me your AFC and your NFC.
I'll go Buccaneers.
Okay.
Hot take right there.
Love bake.
I'll go, and
Also-
then I will then go Kansas City.
Okay. Going Green Bay.
Green Bay?
I'm going Green Bay Bills. I'm going Bills Green Bay.
What a blue collar
Yeah.
Super Bowl.
A lot of cows, a lot of pastures and farms
Cheese.
and stuff like that. Cheese, tons of cheese.
Just cheese and
Cold.
chicken wings.
Cheese.
Just the cheese versus chicken wings, man.
And then Bad Bunny comes out.
And then Bad Bunny comes out.
They're like, uh-oh. If it's the Packers and the Bills, it would be hilarious.
Oh, that would be so good. Now I'm rooting for
Fan-wise.
We want the Packers versus the Bills just so that Bad Bunny walks out.
Queso Blanco, my friend.
Casablanca.
Yeah, there's going to be a bunch of queso heads out there supporting the
Which is funny, though, because the most famous Packers supporter is Lil Wayne.
Yeah,
He's been dying to do the Super Bowl. And even
If
when...
Wayne comes out,
Oh,
my
man.
gosh.
Bad Bunny, please take our advice.
Bring out Lil Wayne.
Get Wheezy on the track,
Bro.
dude. Make that happen.
please. And he would do some stuff like that. He always
would.
brings out like legendary like artists that people know like
Yeah.
from their childhood.
But the reason why I am very comfortable saying
Kendrick
that.
played his hometown last year. He needs this.
Yeah,
It's the only redemption.
I feel very comfortable, and I think it's a cold take of saying about the old whites are not going to walk away from this with a smile on their face. And the reason why I say that is because for the longest time, right? I'm from Naples, Florida, which is basically half golf course, the other half Xanax pills. The other third, I'm over 100% for comedic reasons now, is just old white people. And I specifically remember multiple times, Target, Walmart, wherever I was, people being upset at the dumbest and simplest and honestly the most human helpful tips and tricks that was being implemented in society. It's some of my earliest memories is hearing employees of massive places, including family members that will go unnamed, being upset at looking at signs that were in Spanish or maybe a billboard that's in Spanish. There is a large amount of people that feel that way, and they're about to have the Super Bowl, at the very least, I would expect a large portion. I want it to be in Spanish. And that very thing is also going to be something that's going to just rub a whole bunch of Carls the wrong way.
I guess the only thing we can do on this podcast is just implore our listeners to
Take a moment. Just don't be that person. I'm giving you the opportunity right
only
now.
5 minutes a day, and after a couple of weeks, you can speak a little Spanish.
Start listening to Bad Bunny. My favorite
get
song
that
from
discography.
My favorite song from him is El Carro. It's all about cars, and you know what? That's how I found out that carro is car in Spanish. That's how you do it. That's how Bad Bunny
You
is
learn.
the man.
I told you I had been playing Bad Bunny in my car on the way to school when my kids were little because they didn't understand the words. But they recognized that the songs were great.
The production is great. Everything about
He's awesome.
This is going to be an amazing Super Bowl halftime show. I can't wait for it.
I think a lot of people are going, the guy from Happy Gilmore too?
I'm just
His caddy is playing?
I'm just getting ahead
Super
of
Bowl?
it, and I want everyone to get an opportunity to understand. Like, don't be on the dumb side on the reaction aisle.
Nah, Benito brings it.
Oh man, it's gonna be amazing. We
And Wheezy?
Benito, Weezy. Oh, bro. Bills, Packers, Benito.
Lil Wayne, and Bad Bunny.
And Daddy Yankee.
Put it on record. And a lot of angry old white people.
I'm putting that futures bet in right now.
That's happening February 8th. We have a very special guest right after the break. We have my great friend Sean Finnerty to talk to us about his show, the Mo Comedy Jam. You can get your tickets, mocomedyjam.com. We will be right back once again right after the break. Mr. Sean Finnerty. You know he's done The Tonight Show.
What?
It's time to talk about the Orange County History Center. The coolest museum that there is in all of Central Florida.
Wait a minute. The coolest?
The coolest. Go get your learn on with your family or a date. It's always a blast. Right now, they have the most Orlando thing that an Orlandoan can ever do. Orlando Collected is the newest exhibit that's running till January, where you can learn about Orlando's history, 150 years, 150 objects, 150 stores. So make sure to check out the Orange County History Center. It's right there in downtown Orlando, celebrating 25 years at the historic venue of the old courthouse.
Take a picture with the statues out front and send it to us.
The statues are legendary. The museum is legendary. Everything about the Orange County History Center is cool, and it's an absolute honor to be tasked to tell all of our listeners that very message. So check them out, thehistorycenter.org.
Thehistorycenter.org. Subscribe to Good Sauce with Ross and Joel on Instagram yet? You'd be a lot cooler if you did.
You would be. That's right. Did you know that Good Sauce has its own playlist on our YouTube? Just look up Ross Padgett on YouTube. Also, did you know that it has its own Instagram page? That's
No
right.
way.
All you have to do is look up Good Sauce with Ross and Joel. We gotta promote our stuff more.
Gots to.
And before we get to our super special guest, I'm going to go ahead and toot our own horn here because we probably should have talked about this more in the opening segment.
We are not good at this.
Is that we got hit up by Wayne Brady. We posted a clip last week. It hit very hard on the internet. And one thing that I'm very proud about said clip is that it's of live sketch comedy. It's not a prank. It's not a cooking video. It is live sketch comedy. A premise, punchline, jokes. Well rehearsed, acted. We did our best. It's our best effort. And it's kind of our best of the best. And we posted it online. It hit hard. And to get the notification that said Wayne Brady commented, brilliant. Made it all worth it.
One word.
Not to mention, it also helped us cross a line of getting monetized on Facebook. What? So
It also got the old white ladies in our algorithm.
yeah, it's also got the old white ladies up in the.
Martin Scorsese says your movie's good.
I mean,
Feels good.
It feels real good. It felt worth the work. Now, speaking of worth the work, we have amazing partnerships here at Good Sauce. And one of our favorite is Mo DeWitt. Mo DeWitt throws the best events locally. If you haven't been to a Mo DeWitt event, well, I've got good news. You can change that because it's coming up this Thursday, October 2nd. Orlando Funny Bone. Tomorrow. I will be there. I'm swinging by.
I'm going to be there late, but
And
there.
I love comedy. I love making things. You just heard me toot my own horn. I love making good things. And I feel confident that I have a good eye for good things. Cue this segue. Our special guest, who will be performing at the Mo Comedy Jam, is one of my closest friends, probably maybe the closest friend I have in the world of comedy in 2025. He is performing at the A Room in Orlando. Get your tickets, mocomedyjam.com. Please put your hands together for my best friend, Sean Finnerty.
Let's go!
Boom, dude.
That's me.
Yeah, that is you. So, I mean, you are performing this Thursday
Yes, sir.
at the Funny Bone. It's one of our favorite rooms. It's probably, is it safe to say, your most meaningful room as well? Yeah. Your background, I feel like I've got a crash course, all of our listeners, about Sean Finnerty.
Yes, it's one of the most meaningful rooms for me because it's the first room I ever performed at where I thought, oh, I could do this for a living.
So you, first of all, born and raised in Ireland.
Yep.
Moved to New York.
When I was 21.
Moved to New York. Doesn't do a single mic. Doesn't do any open mics. Doesn't. Maybe you fancy it. Maybe it's interesting to
Thought
you.
about it, never tried it. Yeah.
All right. Moves to Florida. Looks at the Orlando comedy scene and goes, "Why not now?"
Yeah. Yeah, it basically, actually, it's funny. The reason I moved to Florida is because I went on a road trip and my van broke down here, and I was like, "Yeah, this is fine."
This is where I am.
Yeah. I mean, fixing a van is expensive.
You would have had to use effort to not live here.
Yeah. Instead, let me commit to rent and cold call Irish bars in search of a job.
How did that go?
I got one immediately.
Yeah, I was gonna say. I think that's a pretty good hit rate.
They're like, "We're an Irish bar, and you sound like that?
Yeah.
Get in here. Get in here."
Like, he's actually pretty good at it.
I'm so grateful for that van breaking. And it's like one of
Yeah.
my favorite things about life because you just don't know what happens without that van breaking. I don't know if I can start this second segment of our own show with saying that my closest friend in comedy is on the pod, Sean Finnerty, performing this Thursday.
Man,
Thank God for that van.
I met you 3 weeks after the van broke down. That's when I decided to do stand-up. Yeah.
So that's how I met Sean. We started doing comedy roughly around the same time.
Yeah.
I think I may have
You might
started
have been 2012, were you, or 11?
around there. Yeah, I don't.
2013.
Yeah. So I may have had a year-ish around there. And so we're going out to the same mics, and then we're having the same beers, and we're having the same conversations. And I knew it was off to a great start for a friendship because he's obviously from Ireland, and I know about the Premier League, and he loves English soccer. I love English soccer. Joel loves English soccer. Renato is still figuring out offsides.
Okay, we're
I
going to
get
get you
it
there.
now. I get it now.
Wait. I just realized you have the name of a man who would follow soccer more so than any of the rest of us.
Yeah.
Oh, really? There's like
Yeah.
a famous Nico?
Nico there's
Many.
Manny and Nico, but Nico also just has that. Yeah, well, there's Nico Gonzalez playing right now, but also Nico has you sound like you'd have very specific opinions on soccer that we'd be
Well,
like, I've never even heard of that
The
rule.
Big Green is one of my favorite movies of all time. So
Classic.
I mean, classic.
No,
yeah.
it's
Absolute
not.
classic. Absolute.
That is not.
When he punts
Yes,
the
it is.
ball.
Oh, that's not
Great
on the
scene.
radar.
I just, yeah.
So you get good at comedy in Orlando.
Yeah.
And then this is one of my favorite things. This is the whole reason why I bring up your whole basically origin story. And I got to watch it from afar. My man moves back to New York
Oh, wow.
to do stand-up comedy.
Fix the van.
And fix the van.
Fix the
Oh no, I'd sold that for $300 at this point.
flipped
Yeah.
it, you know.
Would have been 4, but I lost the deed.
Oh, dang it. Freaking D.
Yeah, I flew back. I flew back to New York.
But moves back to New York, and then now with a certain set of skills of stand-up comedy, dunks on the New York comedy scene. I don't know if you're comfortable saying that, but I'm not you. I am comfortable saying that you excel in the New York comedy scene. And as an Orlando comedian, it made me feel good to go, Orlando comedy ain't crazy. We're actually doing it. In fact, full stop, real fast, a lot of Orlando comedy and comedians are
Blowing up.
we are on that level. It is happening. An Orlando comedian just got cast on SNL. Our good friend Cam Patterson.
Yep.
The list goes on and on. It's happening. It's
Yep.
really cool.
Preacher Lawson, Heather Shaw.
It's really cool to see from afar and to be part of in small and different ways.
These are all people I met in this house.
yeah.
incredible.
Yeah. And so you go
I
back.
think your 2016 Christmas party could be a TV show.
Yeah, there's a lot of
It is. It's several TV shows now.
Yeah.
there's a lot of cool people.
There was a little bit of Kill Tony. There was a little bit of Saturday Night Live. It was,
So New York comedy scene, it goes your way. I've never asked you this. Why? How was it? How was the New York comedy scene, and how did you make it go to your benefit?
So I really enjoyed it once I settled in. I found the big change between there and say here. You know how it is. Like you're seeing the same faces all the time. You're
More importantly, the same rooms.
same rooms.
It can get to your brain.
Same rooms, same faces, but there is like a real sense of camaraderie. Whereas there, you kind of like It's more like the Warriors. You know what I mean? Where you've all these different packs. You know what I mean? Like all these different groups.
As in, come out and play, yay.
Yeah. It's like this friend group, this group, and you're like, oh, don't go there. You know, and so but it is very divided up like that.
There's a threat of gang violence.
Absolutely, yeah.
Fair.
And I wouldn't have it any other way. And
It made you feel as though European football was back in your life.
right. The old hooligans.
Yes.
Love it. No, but it is, you have to make your, you meet people eventually, you make your friends or whatever, and you get out and you do it, and you get sucked into that grind like you'd imagine, and then okay, I'm trying to get past it, this club, that club, and you're just keeping busy. But it is good. It's very rewarding, especially when you start to see the results.
It's one of my favorite cool little tricks and little stories of your path of your entire comedy career is that it was also the roast scene.
Yes.
Where you caught fire. There's like a peak in like the comedy underground. There was a huge burst for roast comedy.
Yes.
That came back, and it wasn't Jeff Ross comedy roast.
No, it was specifically like roast battling. So like one-on-one, like, to the point where like right after I was doing it. It got the TV show on Comedy Central. There was the roast battle show, and it was kind of like taking off a little bit. And I was doing it in New York, and I actually became the roast battle champion in New York City.
And that's like, so as an Orlando comedian, I'm watching this from afar. I'm like, you're my boy, Blue. It was so sick.
Fun fact, technically still the champion. I left with the belt. Never.
Yeah.
Oh, good.
I still have the belt at my house.
Yeah, bought another van.
Come and get it, y'all.
And then
Have you ever thought of dipping your toe back into the roast pool?
No, because I think I would do it like in a one-off, but I think at the time it was something where it was just like, oh, this will at least get me seen in New York, and it'll kind of get me out there. And it went as far as it went, and it was great. I loved it.
I've never done it professionally, but I'm pretty mean.
Yeah.
Oh, Joel, you would love. Oh, man, you
what is like
my mind.
if you're picking somebody apart,
Right.
quickly, obviously,
Right.
What are their go-to like? The way you speak, the way you look, the way you act. Is there anything
what I'll
that
say.
was your sweet spot for like getting material?
Everyone is different. Here's what I'll say is if you're battling someone, you have to remember what you're trying to do is you're trying to point out something that the audience sees. Because if it's not a famous person, you can't tell some like, inside story because
right.
they're just like, what's this about? So unfortunately, the first go-to would be appearance.
Right.
That's just what it is. So you're basically picking out
So they can get the
flaws
joke.
in
Yeah.
public.
And this is one of my favorite paradoxes of being Sean's best friend is because I know he's got that. I know you've got that in the pocket.
Yeah.
Arguably the nicest person I've ever met.
But I appreciate that. You know what's so funny about it is like, that's how I won so much is because I would say the meanest stuff
Horrid.
with a smile on my face.
Absolutely.
And they're just like, I can't, what is this guy?
And at least in New York, an accent.
And throw in the accent as well.
yeah.
And it was just like, who's this jolly guy saying the worst things?
Yeah. God, that's unstoppable.
New Yorkers, they love the hate though too up there. They're all mean up there, all grouchy. Oh man, someone ripping somebody, they're like wolves.
Yeah, that is like being the best painter in Florence.
Yeah.
Especially if you're from somewhere out of town.
Yeah.
And they're like, this guy just came in and dunked on everybody?
Wait, the new guy is the meanest guy in the mean city?
And he's not mean?
You got a new alpha.
That is 100% right. You were the meanest person in New York City for a year, dude.
And you are the Tiger Woods.
And then appropriately stole the belt. You never.
Yeah. Walked off into the sunset.
So still the meanest. Technically, still the meanest.
In case you're just joining us, the meanest guy in New York City of all time is here.
A real King Kong, dude. He's just tearing down things. He is also performing once again. He is performing at the Mo Comedy Jam this Thursday. Orlando Funny Bone. This is not just another comedian. This is someone very dear to me, and he is performing for a great cause with Mo DeWitt, MoComedyJam.com. Speaking of comedy, and there's one thing that you and I, it's funny, we are very, very close friends, but we rarely talk comedy.
No, we usually talk football or life.
Life.
It's a lot of life.
It's more sports. I think we talk about life. We talk about money. About financial decisions and all of that. So this is going to be kind of foreign territory, no pun intended, because the Riyadh Comedy Festival is happening.
Yep.
And I wanted to.
That kind of gets everything in there. Money.
Yeah.
Right.
First of all,
Comedy, money.
I don't even know really where to begin besides when. Let's start with the first time that you saw an advertisement. If you don't know, the Riyadh Comedy Festival, and I think I speak objectively coming up when I say it's the greatest comedy festival lineup.
Yeah, it is.
Mankind has ever seen.
It's got to be. I mean, I'm sure there's been a time where Montreal has had the same, a similar level. But when you see all those faces on one poster, you're like,
it's wild.
What?
It's like original Woodstock.
It's crazy.
That's what I was thinking.
Comedy Woodstock.
Right. Comedy Woodstock.
I mean, you are talking about everyone super famous. Some people that I'm sure you're like, I wish they weren't famous. Regardless, they are. You're talking about the biggest comedian names. You're talking about Kevin Hart. You're talking about all the way from Fluffy to Joe Coy to even underground New York heroes. I'm sure your friend Mark Normand is.
Yes.
You know,
I know Normand well.
Yeah, I've crossed paths with him multiple times, you know, as he does I say multiple times. It's
a little hidden gem called
twice.
Dave Chappelle.
Yeah, Dave Chappelle.
Bill Burr, Louis C.K. It goes on and on.
Well, what we're trying to say is the biggest celebrities in the world of comedy are going over to Saudi Arabia to do the Riyadh Comedy Festival.
Yep.
And I have...
Not for free.
Not for free.
Oh, I thought it was a charity thing.
It is.
And I think it's also, obviously, to me, a drop in a larger bucket of a larger discussion looking at you live golf, looking at other... let's say foreign countries influencing maybe American
Cristiano Ronaldo
entertainment and entertainment culture. Maybe this isn't just for the sake for people to laugh. Maybe it's for international likability to say that maybe we aren't what you guys think you want us to be.
So in sports, they call it sports washing.
And
so what are we calling it now?
It is whitewashing. That I have heard it referred to as whitewashing.
So joke washing.
Yeah,
joke washing,
laugh washing,
laugh washing.
I've heard it described in many different ways.
But the idea is to buy trust with entertainment that is already familiar.
Yeah.
So that when they host the World Cup, you'll go.
Right.
Yeah.
And you'll forget about all the things they've done and continue to do.
Yeah. And it works at a painfully successful rate.
Oh,
Yeah.
pretty high hit rate.
I've never seen it not work. I think it's worth noting to take a moment and applaud. There's only a handful of comedians that were offered this and said no.
Yeah. I heard a thing about Shane Gillis where I really respect it. Basically, he was saying, you know, he didn't feel right about it.
Yep.
But then he also said, like, he had to stop increasing the money because there will be an amount that I'll say yes to, so just stop offering.
Man.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's wild.
Because everyone has, but that's very honest to be like, everyone has a price.
Absolutely.
So stop offering me because I can't take it.
Like,
Just no.
Yeah.
Yeah.
what a crazy.
And I'll say, I saw Shane Gillis this weekend in Orlando, and he's doing fine.
Yeah.
There were a lot of people there.
This is the big problem is that nobody on that poster needs this money.
No one.
Nobody on that poster.
We don't know the gambling habits of all of them.
Nobody on this poster is any less than a millionaire.
There are people that
Not after the show.
There are people that I'm surprised that are on it. I'm surprised Bill Burr. I'm surprised. How about the biggest plot twist? Pete Davidson,
Yes.
who lost his father
in
9/11 and is doing the I'm not saying that one are the same. I'm just saying that I'm surprised.
Oh, I was just surprised he got offered it.
Yeah.
Like, should we?
I mean, yeah, sure. I guess he's good enough. But it's insane, the Shane Gillis thing of also saying no to raising money, because who gets the opportunity to treat cash, to treat money, to treat currency like a dessert bar on a cruise ship where you go, oh, don't look at that. Like, not many people get faced with that. I guess everyone that we just rattled off got faced with that, and then they took a bite of the ice cream sundae.
And he's got a lot of pull right now, too. I mean, he made Bud Light straight again.
These are all the comedians.
Someone calling shots.
He really did pull that one out of the fire for them, didn't he?
Oh, yeah.
Shane Gillis is a very. Do you know what's so funny is he's a very powerful individual right now that in comedy and in life that you would not know because of the way he acts. Like he has that draw, that cachet, that coolness right now. But he's just, and it's because he's so real. He's just a dude.
Right. Well, he and Bergazzi both.
Yeah.
So approachable seeming.
Yeah.
That you just kind of buy it.
The one difference,
See who runs for office first.
I don't know. I've got Shane Gillis right now, especially after turning down this comedy festival on even on a different light and a different pedestal. There are some jokes that I look at him and I go, dude, that's the funniest. That's the hardest I've laughed in 7 years.
Yeah.
I won't even name the bit. It's irrelevant. He has made me laugh the hardest I have had laughed by watching a screen and looking at someone tell jokes into a microphone.
Yeah.
Some of it isn't for me, but
when I was talking to my wife after seeing him, she was like, what did you think? And I said, I don't know about all of it. And she goes, but? And I said, my face hurts. My face hurts a lot. It is so funny.
And that's a tip to how good he is.
Yeah.
He is truly, I think when it's all said and done with, he's going to be on a lot of Rushmores.
Yeah.
He is, might be the most, I don't want to say important, but impactful. If he does a commercial, it will move numbers to what company he signs up for,
do you know what's
a.k.a. Bud Light.
Do you know what's crazy? And think about this. So you look at Shane Gillis and Nate Bargatze is another great example. At a time when it felt like the industry was clamoring for, give me this, give me that, give me something different, give me something out there. You know, yes, everyone needs to be represented, but if you look, what has risen to the top in those two examples, it's just the everyman.
Truth.
Yeah.
Right. Well, and also in an industry that for so long says you have to try and you have to be this thing whether you are or not.
Yeah.
They're just like, I look like this, I sound like this, and these are the things I think. Boom. Top.
There's a level of authenticity to it. And
social media's got to play into that too, because we're watching these influencers just quote unquote be themselves.
Right.
So maybe that's the mainstream version of that is.
And also, I'm not even just going to... It's not just authenticity, because the one thing that I appreciate about both of those comedians that go against the stream of what is working across the entire landscape of entertainment is that they're trying. There's effort. Yeah. They have put in the work for every single one of those syllables. The one thing that doing stand-up comedy has taught me for doing it for the last 16 years is that when I watch a comedy special, I think as a comedian, you watch it somewhat in a different light because you know.
You analyze almost.
You when they've got things down to a syllable and it's seismic laughs.
Yeah.
What looks like, God, man, he's doing great, is it makes me go, how long did it take for you to find it in that pocket to be able to know that this laugh is, don't say this here to make sure that this gets the most out of that. And there's I don't know, you do it long enough. I'm not saying that I'm better or worse. I'm just saying that.
No, but you're right. Words,
those two performers,
pauses, everything. Yeah.
Those matter. And those two performers they are great at what they do. It's not from a lack of talent.
Nate Bargatze, I heard Conan talking about Nate Bargatze recently, and he said it. He basically vocalized what I have always thought about him, which is like, you say things that if other people said, they wouldn't be funny.
Yeah,
it's so simplistic, but it's just so his character, and it's so not character, but his personality, and he has such a great way with words that he can just talk about the simplest, most everyday thing, and just make it so funny.
And the self-awareness and lack of ego to sculpt your own performance. That's hard. Most people can't handle that.
Yeah.
Going, what I do and I think is good isn't, so I better shape it into something that people want.
Yeah.
You know who's I've always thought of a great example. When you said that, the first person who I thought of, like, comedians or actors that just get away with stuff that you put that in a different look or a different cadence, and you're like, that just would be absolute unwatchable.
Yeah.
I think Will Ferrell is the greatest example of you can't do that.
No.
You can't have that level of frosting and silliness from that serious of a boring looking of a man. Like, it just, the juxtaposition is just so custom that he's the only one that's gonna ever be able to do a Talladega Nights.
Right.
It just, there's so much to that.
Elf would be.
Elf would have been sad.
It wouldn't have been made. Yeah.
Imagine if Elf was made with, like, Colin Farrell.
Yeah.
It's like depressing.
Yeah.
Elf with Colin Farrell.
Dude, it would have.
Please, somebody AI generate Elf with Colin Farrell. That'll be much better than you think.
Happy Christmas.
I think you're my fodder.
What are these? Fruit Loops.
That's a really weird happy accident, because this is also me remembering that Colin Farrell's Irish.
Oh my god.
So blame the subconscious on that
Changes
one.
everything.
Well, there's one of my favorite things about having Sean Finnerty in my life, and I would implore everyone just to make more friends. Have more friends with different just stories and different origins and different backgrounds. And one thing that I've always, this is kind of embarrassing, is that Sean, being from Europe, a lot of times I just call him and ask him questions that I've always wanted to ask a European dude.
Which is interesting, because I don't think that's embarrassing at all. I think it's the exact opposite. We really should pride ourselves on trying to learn about other cultures, but for some reason we're just like, well, I had to ask him why they say boot instead of trunk.
Yeah.
What's with petrol? Yeah. You just feel it's so basic.
I have asked, I think, all the way from different personalities that I have learned that have grown to be popular over in Europe, and being like, well, let me get an idea of how popular this person actually was, because they never came over in the States, but I like a lot of European things.
Right.
All the way up to, like, I've asked some really wild things, like why don't you guys get offended? Why like, what? That's being floated around. The Irish don't get offended. You're my Irish friend. Let me ask you, what are your thoughts?
And that one I'll answer for the group is basically just like the idea we insult the ones we love.
Oh, okay.
That's basically it.
I can understand
is
that.
that like the more you insult someone, the closer you are to that person.
Well, wait till you get a hold of our insults in America. They are quite the opposite. It's don't ever think there's anything wrong with anyone you love at all. Everyone's perfect, and hate speech the people that you at all disagree with.
Yeah.
Get off my porch. Are we best friends now?
No, but that's like
I think we could take a bit of that and take and absorb it in American culture. The like, I'm just screwing around.
Oh yeah.
I think Philadelphia gets it.
Yeah.
New York, to a certain extent,
it does feel like, but probably again areas that are more like
European
influenced. Yeah, no, genuinely.
Yeah, I was like, I just named the two Irish hubs, and Chicago,
and Boston.
Yeah. Oh, Boston, they're great at it.
Oh my God!
Also, places where like you can almost hear an element of Irish in the accent because of how many went over there.
That is, kind of blowing my mind. Is that like, sure, you just rattled off all the cities with the highest populations, but if the question is,
you're saying where the Celtics play is,
but like just
weirdly enough, Boston not that heavily populated.
Yeah, true.
It's actually not. I think it's probably like it barely scrapes the top 20 cities.
But they are the most notorious for making fun of their own out of love. They are the most infamous for knowing that. Like
and it's not an Irish accent, but over here it's the closest.
Yep.
Oh man, that's so fascinating. Is that like the first thing you said was that over in Ireland, we make fun of the people that we love, and then you immediately rattle off Boston, New York, and you're like, that's all I think about is them making fun of themselves and the people.
That's why you arrived in battles there. And roast battles there because people love that. That's
dude. Yeah, Danny Day-Lewis, man. He showed
the original roast battler.
Already
the butcher,
dude. The original king of the
stepped more into your element. At that point.
The king of New Amsterdam roasts.
What'd you say, Fatty? How do you feel about an axe in the back?
Well, the one thing I wanted to talk to you though before we get out of here, and this is weird, at least for me, because let me be blunt about it. Unbelievably jealous. The most envious thing I think that there is, and selfishly, to a weird way, of course, one of the coolest crown jewel events, moments that you can have in the world of stand-up comedy, my great friend Sean has achieved and obtained, and I don't want to, I know, don't be too uncomfortable.
Thank you. I'll spare you continue. I have performed at Winner's Circle in Lakeland.
Not as legendary.
Yeah.
Great wings.
Halfway to Tampa.
Great wings. Legitimate good wings. I've done that room as well. We are not talking about that room. We are talking about a history-filled opportunity doing stand-up comedy on The Tonight Show.
Oh, yeah, I did that too.
You did that as well.
They don't even have wings.
Their wings sucked.
Which is funny because you did a wing joke
I legitimately did a wings joke.
That's hilarious.
Yeah.
Look at
that. That opportunity for people who don't know is just like history filled when it comes to stand-up comedy is doing that room, doing that show, doing that opportunity, being in front of that audience and in America's homes on television. Do I think it carries the same weight as it did back in 1988? Maybe not. But it's still the coolest thing to me to be able to say that you did stand-up comedy on The Tonight Show.
I'll tell you something crazier, man. And it's because that show, it's the longest running talk show in history. Right?
Bang.
That's
Mike Breen, bang.
Longest running talk show in history. I was the first Irish-born comedian to do it.
Whoa.
So how did... man, so that's an aspect of that whole...
That's wild.
Yeah.
What does that feel like? Is it weird? Is it...
Crazy. I found out in the build-up. Because
you broke the Shamrock ceiling.
Yes. And you know what? I must have done okay because there's been a second.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, my buddy Colin did it.
Nice. Yeah.
Of course.
Yeah, you didn't scare them off. They're like, all right, nah. You didn't make them racist, right? You didn't say, like, no more Irish.
Yeah, Irish need not apply.
In New York?
They've never had a dog since either. No more Chihuahuas. No more Irish.
No more Irish.
So, so putting myself in your shoes, I feel projecting myself. I have no opportunity or no way of ever experiencing what it would be like to be the first Irish person to perform comedy on The Tonight Show. However, my best way to empathize, it would make me feel weird, at least in the beginning of like, how much history is this? And how much weight am I going to put behind this?
Do you know what's crazy is I also wasn't even that long into comedy when I did it. If you think about it, I did that when I was less than 6 years into comedy.
Wow.
Which in the context of this journey that we all go on and knowing your voice and what you do up there and all of this, it's it was probably too early for me to feel that weight at the time. But in hindsight, that's a good thing.
That is a great thing
because you don't want to go up there carrying all of that.
Yeah, the homeland, the motherland.
And don't get me wrong, I still kind of blacked out while I was up there.
Oh yeah,
I walked out and I was like, I'm 45 seconds in. It's just I felt like an adrenaline, I felt like a buzzing, and I was like, oh, I'm in this. And you know what's crazy is I haven't watched it back in a while, but I will say this: when I did watch it back at the time, I remember thinking, "Oh yeah, there's the moment that you came to on national television." Because if you notice, about 45 seconds in, I start talking a little bit faster. So the first 45 seconds is a little bit more slow and deliberate, and it's not rushed, but it gets to my natural tempo. And the reason for that is I had done the set so many times going in that I knew it like the back of my hand.
Yeah.
But I blacked out.
Right.
So I'm doing it, but I'm not all there.
But can you imagine if you hadn't done it that many times and you blacked out and you just blacked out?
Yeah, just like bananas. Where am I?
We had Preacher on, and we were talking about one of his Tonight shows, because I'm such a fan of late night talk show and what it means to American just entertainment history, from Conan to Carson to from Bone, I just love him. I just love that history. And he told the story is that he banged on like his mom in the audience to say a line during the set to basically be like the fake heckle.
Wow.
And she got it wrong.
Yeah.
No. Did they cut it?
No, I think it's still in it. And then it's just like, it's subtle.
Betrayed by his own mother.
Yeah, but so like walking through the curtains, like, did you touch the curtains?
I did, yeah. And so I'll tell
You gotta pet it at least once.
just
I would
give it
pet the
that
curtains.
blue curtain. I'll tell you another thing, man. I was waiting back there and I could hear what sounded like my intro, and I was like, there's a guy whose job it is to just pull back.
Oh, but
the
yeah,
curtain.
I'm the curtain guy.
So
He's union.
Yeah.
You know what? He is making so much more money than the rest of us. So I go to curtain guy. I go to him. Hey, is this my intro he's doing right now? He goes, no, this is like a pre-intro. You'll be on like 2 minutes. I go, good. I need water. Because there's a fridge right there. They're prepared for this.
Yeah,
Went
yeah.
around the corner, chugged a little bottle of water, came back. And so I walk out, and that whole blackout thing happens or whatever. And then I'm in the set, and I'm doing the set, and I finish. And they'd given me all these tips, like, little things, TV things. One is like, you don't want to be looking up too high. For the cameras, you want to, like, scan third, fourth row. Another one is, you don't want to, like, when you finish, it'll take Jimmy a while to get to you. He's leaving from the desk to come over. So you don't want to be, like, turning around, looking.
Yeah.
I made every single mistake. Every single. I mean, when I'm looking up at the scene. I'm looking all over the place. And so I go, that's my time. And I turn around and Jimmy's 30 feet away.
That's my time, Jimmy.
He'll be here. Yeah.
Help me out, Jumbo.
Another one is they go, you got a long walk from the curtain. Don't, so just bring the mic out with you. Don't like you're ready to talk already. And sure enough, I barrel out with the mic right up here. Every single one of them I butchered. And I finished the set, and because it was so like surreal and the whole thing, because Jimmy shakes your hand, and then he goes up through the crowd, and then that's the end of the show, and you're just like standing there, and then someone comes and like ushers you off to the side, and as I'm being ushered off to the side, the booker goes to me, hey, you forgot one, because I forgot a joke. Oh, I legitimately forgot a joke. That was just like a little thing, but it tied two segments together. But it was like a 30-second joke. And I go, is that okay? Was that okay? And he goes, no, yeah, it was actually perfect. You were bang on. Woo! You were bang on 5 minutes, and it was like 5:20, 5 minutes 20. But the funny thing is, I wasn't asking him, was that okay that I missed a joke? I genuinely was like, did Sean do good? Because it was all just such a blur to me.
Am I a good boy?
Yeah, did I do good? Okay, we okay?
Oh, man.
Yeah.
That must just be such a rush.
Yeah.
That is unreal. I love hearing that. I love being around that. I love being in the same room as someone. It's just such a cool accolade. It's just makes me so happy to talk about stand-up comedy on the Tonight Show, also with an Orlando background.
Started here.
Because I love Orlando, and to see it work, at least in my community, in my little pit of entertainment here in Central Florida, I just put such a big dog boner of a smile on my face.
I gotta say, man, I'm the exact same. I genuinely love this city. Like, that's why I moved back here. After all of that, when I was like, oh, I'm making a living now doing stand-up comfortably, I can live wherever. How about Orlando? Because now my wife grew up here, and so we had lived in New York together, we lived in LA together, and we were like, where do we want to go from here? And I was like, I can live anywhere. Why not Orlando? And even though she grew up here, I was the one who went, Orlando?
Yeah.
You know? And I also have just so many dear friends here, like Ross. You know, I have like really close friends there. This more so than any other place I've lived in America or been to in America has felt the most like home, which is a weird thing to say about.
Isn't that? Yeah, that's a weird thing to hear.
Because it seems like people describe it as such a like transient city or whatever, but to me, Orlando is just community. I've felt community here, and I think it's all because I started stand up here.
I think those are the people that go to the airport and theme parks, and they don't know that there are millions of people living in between. Doing this stuff.
Exactly.
We got murals. We got murals.
They painted over those, but we had murals.
We had murals.
Well, now they're a white wall. That's still a mural.
That's true. That's true. That white wall.
Once again, MoComedyJam.com. It's happening this Thursday, October 2nd. Go see my great friend Sean Finnerty. We started comedy together essentially, and it's really cool to see one of the kings in Orlando perform in Orlando.
And the meanest guy in New York ever.
The meanest guy in New York all time.
Happens to be the nicest dude of all time.
Also the nicest dude of all time. Episode 76. My name is Ross.
I'm Joel.
And that is Nico Renato.
Yes, sir.
And a special thank you to our special guest, Mr. Sean Finnerty.
Wives and mothers.
This episode and every episode is brought to you by personal injury attorney Mo DeWitt.
Injured on the go?
Just call Mo. He's the king of events. He has always thrown down some of the coolest night outs that Orlandoans can go out and enjoy.
He's got one coming up. It's the funny one.
That's right. It's the 4th annual Just Call Mo Comedy Jam. It's going down October 2nd.
He be jamming. Got some heavy hitters.
We got Sean Finnerty on that show, who's a dear good friend of mine. He's done the Tonight Show. He is so good. He is so funny. You need to go to MoComedyJam.com. I'm a comedian, and I'm telling you about a comedy show, so please heed my words. MoComedyJam.com to get tickets to the best comedy show that's happening in the state of Florida, October 2nd.
He told you. You've been warned. Now it's on you. Balls in your court, Orlando.
And now I'm getting a little aggressive about it.
All right, give him a chance.
Hold me back.
Give him a chance. Okay. Just go on the website, buy the tickets.
MoComedyJam.com. Injured on the go? Just call Mo.